the bullies, laugh in the face of danger, fight for truth. Going where no conservative has gone before. It's time for the Kelly Truth Squad with William J. Kelly on AM 560 WIND. The Truth Squad begins now.
Welcome to the Kelly Truth Squad. I am William Kelly. Notify the affiliates. We are definitely going to be running over today. We have a packed show, guests, announcements, and we are going to break news. You will hear news that you won't hear anywhere else. You know why? Because it exposes the hypocrisy of the Rahm Emanuel media. And, of course, you're only going to hear that here. So let's get right to it. As always, I'm joined by Steve Ruggiero, Rhymes with Hero, 2 tours in Iraq, 2 Bronze Stars, the producer of Truth Squad TV and radio. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm doing great, Bill. How are you doing today?
You know, I'm very, very excited because we have a hero of mine, a guy who has made it possible for new media. Okay, yeah. Despite the fact that the Chicago media, these hypocrites who think that they're the only ones who have a freedom of speech, a freedom of the press, a freedom to exist, apparently, they hate Andrew Breitbart.
Oh yeah, that's like one of their top 3, I think.
I think Andrew Breitbart is actually the top one most hated person from the establishment media. But you know what? Somehow I don't think he cares.
Oh, I think he's happy for it. I think he wants to be. He's doing exactly what he needs to do.
And you know what? And if he felt any other way, then he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing. It's interesting. I talked to Amy Jacobson, who does the morning show here on WIND, and she apparently, from what I could tell, she is not a fan of Andrew Breitbart's.
No,
that surprised me.
No,
because you would think that that here at WIND is like the conservative alternative, right? And here, the person who's doing the morning show apparently is not a fan of Andrew Breitbart's.
Yeah, she said you can go work for Andrew Breitbart or something to that effect.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I wonder if he has a job application. Hey, is Andrew with us?
Oh, yeah. I'm now definitely going to work on getting a show on WIND, so I have to walk the halls with her.
There you go. We were walking the halls with her this week, as a matter of fact. This whole incident, which would never have seen the light of day if it wasn't for big journalism, would never have seen the light of day. We came on the air because Amy Jacobson from the morning show was attacking me. She was saying that I was rude. Any reasonable person watching that video would say that the reporter who threatened to deck me was rude. Andrew, what is it that makes these establishment reporters feel the sense of entitlement that they're the only ones that have a right to exist?
Because here's my take. My macro take is that the Tea Party and new media are one and the same to a great extent.
Yes.
And it's the manifestation of we the people, not just rejecting Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid and Obamacare, but it's also rejecting the mainstream media. And for years and years, with the start of Rush Limbaugh on AM Talk Radio, to the beginning of the Drudge Report, where citizen media and a checks and balance on the mainstream media acted as a somewhat polite, hey, you guys, maybe you could get your act together. Maybe you could report the truth. Maybe you could be as objective as you claim that you are. When the American people realize that the press is on purpose left of center,
yes,
that it is on purpose. It uses our culture and our media as a weapon against the masses, that the people said, oh, well, I can start a blog with my left pinky toe, and I can start uploading video, and I can start going out there and asking politicians the tough questions, such as, will you read the bill? And
how tough.
This last year has been extraordinary. If you remember that candidate, that congressman in Bob Etheridge in North Carolina, where a couple college students wearing coat and tie
yes,
rudely asked, do you support Obama's agenda? That was called rude. William, what you asked, you went around this Potemkin village operation of Rahm Emanuel saying, I'm here to help the children, I'm here to help the environment, and that's what people want. And those reporters were just standing there with smiles on their face as if they were actually doing a real job. And you asked what a reporter was supposed to ask, and the media doesn't like it. The politicians don't like it. They don't like we the people. They don't like the Constitution. And there has been an unbelievable convergence of the people and the Tea Party movement and new media. And it's very much extraordinary. And William, you made that happen, not me.
Andrew, except for the fact that if it wasn't for big journalism, that would have been a tree falling in the forest, let me tell you. But we do have some news to break, and that is that we went to the police station this week, and the police reviewed the tape, and they said no ifs, ands, or buts. In the eyes of the detective that saw the tape, this is assault, and they set a court date, November 19th. Jay Levine and I are going to be in a courtroom. A summons for his, subpoena, or I should say a summons, a warrant has been sworn out for Jay Levine. It remains to be seen if he'll be brought in like anybody else and processed, or if he's just going to come in on the 19th, if that will be, that courtesy will be provided to him. But here's the thing, I literally walked away from that encounter thinking, okay, it's over, I turn the other cheek, tomorrow's another day. But some people in law enforcement actually said that if the tables had been turned, they would have, CBS would have filed charges. You would have been picked up same day. You would have been crucified in the media, crucified. And then when I thought of that, I thought, you know what? We have to stand up. We can't be second-class treated, allow ourselves to be treated like second-class citizens. We have to stand up. And, that's what I'm attempting to do. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. But just so you know, we did file those charges, and the police are actually pursuing this as if, it had been a real person that made not just one of these mainstream media Jay Levine type characters.
Well, William, I think you have a moral and an ethical obligation to follow through on this, just as Kenneth Gladney in St. Louis, the black gentleman who's assaulted for handing out Gadsden flags, and how the St. Louis prosecutor tried to bury the story as the Democratic Party armed up the two SEIU thugs that beat up Kenneth Gladney and called him the N-word, with the top Democratic lawyers in the city as the top Democratic prosecutor tried to suppress the story until at big government, we just kept pressing it ad nauseum. We have to point these things out. We also have to go after people. I'll break news on your site. I don't know if you remember it, the Right Nation rally.
Yes.
Where I confronted the crowd, the AstroTurf crowd filled with SEIU bust-in thugs.
I remember I had to walk past that crowd.
Yeah, I love the way you handled them. That was a very intelligent, very good way to do it.
Well, and it was also organized by Organizing for America, according to people in the crowd who admitted it. So it was Obama's organization, along with the SEIU, a tandem that we've become quite used to, very similar to Kenneth Gladney's beating. That was down in Russ Carnahan's town hall. It was the OFA. And it was the SEIU. And when I confronted that crowd, one lady in the audience, while they were chanting, "Stop the Hate," said, "I think he's gay. I think he's gay."
Wow.
During a Stop the Hate rally. And so this lady starts casting a homophobic aspersion on me during their Stop the Hate rally. And I'm going to tell you here, her name is Sue Walton.
Wow.
She's a former alderman in the Palatine Township outside of Chicago, and she's currently a Democratic committeeman.
Really?
And so she's part of the Democratic apparatus.
I wonder if she supports. Alexi Giannoulias, because I know that he's going hardcore after the gay vote. I bet that would be a little bit of an embarrassment if it turns out that she's on some type of committee with Alexi Giannoulias, who supports gay marriage, etc.
She's been on stage with your governor. She's been on stage with Durbin since that incident occurred. I called her. I confronted her with a phone conversation, asking her why she did it, and she hung up after saying, "You're barking up the wrong tree." So what we're doing is we're saying enough is enough.
Yes.
They're protected by the press. They're mostly protected by unfortunately, the law. But we
Andrew,
are going out there with our video cameras and showing what I think has been going on for a long time.
Will it be possible for you to stay?
Enough is enough.
Will it be possible for you to stay for another segment, or to discuss this a little bit further, or do you want to? Do you have to break away?
No, I'm perfect. Let's stay on.
Oh, thank you. Because this is definitely something that we can pursue for you right here in Chicago. And we'll get to the bottom of this and other breaking news when we come back with more Kelly Truth Squad after this.
Have no fear. William J. Kelly is here. There's more Kelly Truth Squad coming up right after this. The latest traffic every 15 minutes from the CarMD.com Traffic Center.
I'm at Smarin taking a look at traffic. Eden's outbound still looks real good. The inbound side, though, slow. Willow to Niles Center because of an earlier accident. 24 Lake Cook to Montrose. Kennedy outbound, Circle at North Avenue is tight. Then again from the junction to Nagle. 30 to O'Hare. Kennedy inbound tight at Cumberland. Then again from Armitage to the Circle. There's a crash at Division. A stall North Avenue in the right express lane. 27 minutes O'Hare to downtown. 15 in the express lanes. Outbound Eisenhower looks good. Inbound is 38. Thorndale, the post office. No delays, I-55 or the Stevenson. Dan Ryan, 23 inbound, 18 outbound. Skyway, I-57, Bishop Ford, Elgin O'Hare look good. Minor delays on Lakeshore Drive. Tollways look okay. WIND weather tonight, showers and thunderstorms. Low 58, currently at 65. Next update in 15 minutes on AM 560 WIND.
The last time these two titans of talk radio rumbled, it was a battle for the ages. Now, AM 560's very own Michael Medved is gearing up for a rematch with liberal talker Thom Hartmann. It's the Great Debate 2, live at the Meadows Club in Rolling Meadows on Thursday, October 28th, with special guest moderator Andy Shaw of the Better Government Association. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 560WIND.com for more information. Sponsored in part by Eon Clinics.
Join TV radio host William J. Kelly for the Kelly Truth Squad's first annual Reagan Day dinner on Sunday, February 6, 2011, with surprise special guests and honorees. Come celebrate with your fellow Reaganites the 100th anniversary of the birth of the only U.S. president born in Illinois, the man who brought down the Berlin Wall, the man who said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall," the man who brought America decades of prosperity and rebirth. If you too love and honor what President Ronald Wilson Reagan truly stood for, mark your calendars for this special event that you'll never forget. Keep watching KellyTruthSquad.com for details and advance ticket information for the Kelly Truth Squad's first annual Reagan Day dinner.
When I've been at that window upstairs, I've thought a bit of the shining city upon a hill. The phrase comes from John Winthrop. What he imagined was important because he was an early pilgrim. He was looking for a home that would be free.
Are you a woman between the ages of 35 and 60 with noticeable fine lines and wrinkles? If you answered yes, we're looking for you. We are currently seeking women to try an instant skin firming serum called Instant Effect. As part of this opportunity, we will send you a free trial of the product, and you may have the chance to appear in a national advertising campaign. To take advantage of this unique opportunity, please call 1-800-700-1182 in the next 10 minutes. Instant Effect is a breakthrough beauty discovery that tightens skin on contact and takes years off your appearance. Simply smooth the lightweight serum on your wrinkles and fine lines and watch as they disappear from view in less than 90 seconds. If you're interested in seeing how young you can look in as little as 90 seconds, you must call in the next 10 minutes. Request your risk-free trial of Instant Effect by calling 1-800-700-1182. If operators are busy, please call again. That's a free trial at 1-800-700-1182.
This is the Kelly Truth Squad on AM 560 WIND.
Welcome back to the Kelly Truth Squad. I am William Kelly. This segment of the Kelly Truth Squad is brought to you by Uberstein. They've got two locations, UbersteinChicago.com, the best cheeseburgers and beer in Chicago. And let's get right back to Andrew. Andrew, are you there?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. First of all, it is absolutely an honor for us to have you on the show. I cannot thank you enough, for what you're doing for conservatives all over the country and just regular people. Come on, let's be honest. The media says that we're right-wing conservatives. I think we're middle-class Americans. Really, it's just that the pendulum has shifted so far to the left that they somehow think that they can label us as being the ones that are somehow on one extreme or the other. But that's what I'd like to do. Or you tell me. Obviously, how can we follow up with this Democrat committee woman who made this bizarre slur against
Sue Walton.
you? Sue Walton. Okay.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just think that you should confront her.
Okay.
She's a Democratic Party official. She's brought into events, and has shown up on the podium with top elected officials. She ran for state senate, I believe, a decade ago and lost, but she's been an elected Democratic official in Chicago. And I want to know what's up with these people. How can they get away with being bussed in by the SEIU, organized by Obama's Organizing for America, chanting "Stop the Hate," which is basically telling people who are gathered at the Sears Center that they're motivated, their love of the Constitution and fiscal responsibility is motivated by hatred. They are trying to negatively brand the Tea Party for political purposes. It is a craven and cynical gesture. And when asked basic questions about their signs, please define the hate, please explain how Glenn Beck lies, none of them could answer what their signs that were produced for them, none of them could back it up. Only 3 days before that, this Halverson creature that's running for office organized out of her own office a campaign, a protest in which not only was the Air Force, war hero that's running against her portrayed as Hitler, so were Palin and Beck, portrayed as Hitler. And who were the people that were caught on tape at the rally? None other than Anna Markowski from Organizing for America, who also works for Halverson's office, and a guy by the name of Ben Dobbins, who was sent in by the DCCC, which is the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee. So they walked in, that group of people who were protesting, portraying Republicans, conservatives, and Halverson's opponent as Nazis, were caught on tape walking into the office of Halverson.
Yes.
I mean, that is a coordinated effort to do the very thing that the left has claimed that the Tea Party has been doing, which is portraying their enemies as racist. These people have been caught red-handed on video doing everything they've accused us of.
Well, they love to blame their enemies of their own worst crimes. And the weird thing is, the really unbelievable, strange thing is that how weird it must be for them that conservatives are finally standing up for themselves after all these decades of conservatives just kind of falling for this routine and apologizing and resigning over these made-up liberal, controversies and what have you. Jay Levine probably just couldn't even understand that that someone like me even exists, much less that I had the audacity to ask a question. And as I mentioned, there's even a reporter, or I should say a morning show host here at the station, who was actually taking Jay Levine's side in all of this. And if nothing else, this video and all of these videos that you've inspired people to start making and uploading, what they're actually doing more than anything else, and what I believe the video that I somehow really kind of fell into our lap as a result of Jay Levine's attitude, it's what it's exposing is somehow is just a rampant hypocrisy of the mainstream media, and even some of the people who actually portray themselves to be Republican or to be somehow our friends in the media.
Well, they're doing it again today. The whole media for years has been falsely constructed based upon this premise that it's objective, when in fact the people who are in control of the media, I'd say 95 to 100%, are left of center. It's not unlike Hollywood. Even if you are conservative, you understand who your boss is and you know what's expected of you. So the idea that you would assert a countervailing point of view is to the detriment of your own career. So the left has controlled the narrative for so long that they're not used to the fact that conservatives are not just aware now, but they're now fighting mad, and they recognize that the way to thwart the system is to confront the system with video cameras and to use their tricks, meaning film and reporting, against them. Anyone can be a reporter. You don't need to go to the corrupt Columbia School of Journalism, which is a political body, in order to film your local representative telling you that he holds the Constitution in contempt, like Phil Hare did. Also, another busted Democratic representative. They're just angry that the American people are finally awakened to this, to the American media disaster.
And if it wasn't for you, Andrew, though, here's the thing: if it wasn't for you providing that mechanism, big government, big journalism, big Hollywood, then people, they could film things all they want, and it would never get the attention that I know the video of Jay Levine threatening me got as a result of being posted on big journalism and having being a guest on Dana's show and everything. So thank you so much. And yes, I think what also drives him crazy is that there is a direct relation between our attempt to get the answers to our questions or get our issues out there and activism. We, through friendsofwilliamjkelly.com, are raising money to challenge Rahm Emanuel's petitions on the issue of residency. So, the fact is that, we are going to take this to the next step, not just report, not just ask a question and go home. No, we're going to pursue this in court with Jay Levine on November 19th. We're going to pursue this in court, challenging Rahm Emanuel's petitions and on the issue of residency, which he clearly does not have in the city of Chicago. I think that it's only just begun.
Well, this is a new media revolution, and when I do go to tea parties and I do meet people look me in the eyes, mothers, fathers, daughters, grandfathers, grandmothers, aunts, and uncles. They always say, what can I do? What can I do? And I say, it's not about the politics right now. You can have a greater effect not entering politics, but a greater effect actually becoming a blogger or a reporter, a video, record what you're witnessing. Look at what the new Black Panther Party video that was taken in Philadelphia has done.
Yes.
As a result of the exposure by way of video of Acorn and how the new Black Panthers worked, a bunch of citizens have gotten together in Houston called the King Street Patriots, and they've gone through the voter rolls and gone building to building to building,
wow,
documenting that there are people there who, in vacant lots where there are 50, 60 people documented as living and voting there when it's a vacant lot. And right now what the Democratic Party is doing to the King Street Patriots, they're suing them 14 times this week. When this American hero by the name of Catherine Engelbrecht had said enough is enough. And the thing is, we are busting the Democratic Party system, which has been the minority controlling the minority, the minority controlling the majority, by using the funhouse mirrors that are the mainstream media. And by busting the mainstream media, the individual is absolutely destroying both the Democratic Party's number one defensive and offensive mechanisms.
Andrew, you are a hero. Thank you so much for what you're doing, and I'm proud to be associated with you. Amy Jacobson can sneer at that, and she can deride that, because you are a hero to everybody that knows that the truth needs to get out, and it's not going to get out through the mainstream media. Thank you again, Andrew. I hope you'll come back.
Tell Amy anytime, anywhere she can interview me.
I will do that. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Have no fear. The Kelly Truth Squad will be right back after this. The last time these two titans of talk radio rumbled, it was a battle for the ages. Now, AM 560's very own Michael Medved is gearing up for a rematch with liberal talker Thom Hartmann. It's the Great Debate 2, live at the Meadows Club in Rolling Meadows on Thursday, October 28th, with special guest moderator Andy Shaw of the Better Government Association. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 560wind.com for more information. Sponsored in part by STE Corporation.
Fox News Radio, I'm Don Matheson. Politicians crisscrossing the country to drum up support. Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin urging Floridians to back Republican candidates.
It's up to you as volunteers to get that vote out, doing all that you can for November 2nd to get the vote out.
In Minnesota, President Obama making a pitch for Mark Dayton, Democrat running for governor.
If everybody who fought for change in 2008 votes in 2010, then Mark will win his election.
The president wrapping up a 5-day campaign swing. In Haiti, a new worry, cholera.
The disease began in a rural valley, killing some 200 people. But the outbreak of cholera is spreading now and launching worries the disease could soon hit the refugee camps in Port-au-Prince. Fox News Radio's Karen Riegel. The leaked Iraqi war documents show Iraq is plagued by sectarian violence and meddling neighbors. The Iraqi leaks post show that Iranian involvement in Iraqi affairs. Fox News, we report, you decide.
The latest traffic every 15 minutes from the CarMD.com Traffic Center.
I'm Ed Smarin taking a look at traffic at a crash in Addison, now Lombard at Lake Street. On the expressways, outbound Eden still looks good, but the inbound side still slow from Willow to Niles Center after that earlier accident. 24 Lake Cook to Montrose. Kennedy outbound 30 to O'Hare. Inbound is 23 tight at Cumberland, then again from Armitage to the Hubbard Street Tunnel. Eisenhower outbound is fine. Inbound is tight from the Tri-State to Harlem. 45 Thorndale to the Post Office. 55 and the Stevenson both look good. Dan Ryan outbound 18 minutes, 23 inbound. Skyway, I-57, Bishop Ford, Elgin O'Hare look good. Lakeshore Drive pretty good. Southbound at Chicago, you'll see some minor delays, and the tollways are all moving along fine. WIND weather tonight, showers and thunderstorms. Low 58, currently it's 65. Next update in 15 minutes on AM 560 WIND.
Boldly going where no conservative has gone before. It's Bill Kelly's Truth Squad, among the top 10 most read columns at the Washington Times every week. And now you too can enjoy exclusive videos, parodies, satire, and gossip 24/7 at KellyTruthSquad.com. For a limited time only, you can become a free subscriber, and you won't ever miss a thing. Make KellyTruthSquad.com your daily destination for fun, frolic, politics, and adventure now. That's KellyTruthSquad.com.
Looking for office space in downtown Chicago? Look into Barrett Office Suites and Services. They have offices, workstations, conference rooms, and team room accommodations. Perfect for political candidates' offices or for out-of-state or country businesses. All competitively priced. So whether you need an office for a short or long stay, call Barrett now at 312-254-8700. That's 312-254-8700, or visit them online at barrettoffices.com.
The Bulls, the Bears, the Cubs, the White Sox, and the Blackhawks. Dugan's on Halstead in Chicago has it all. Sports fans say there's not a bad seat in the house at Dugan's, where all major sporting events show on 8 TVs with satellite feeds. Near the United Center, Dugan's on Halstead is the place to go for your pre- and post-game celebrations with drink specials every day of the week. And there's no such thing as too much celebrating. So come on out to the only Irish pub in Greektown, Dugan's at 128 South Halstead in Chicago, or visit dugansonhalstead.com.
Buongiorno. Come join us at Blue Star Wine Bar and taste the Blue Star experience. Enjoy Mediterranean-inspired tapas, perfectly paired with sommelier-selected wines from around the world. Indulge in our Wine Flight Wednesdays and live music weekends. Visit us at 1209 North Noble Street, 1 block west of Division and I-94, or check us out on the web at bluestarwinebar.com. Salute!
Attention! If you're attempting to lose weight, please stay tuned for an important opportunity. In a 6-month clinical study, participants lost an average of 30 pounds without changing their eating habits or routine. Now, Sensa is conducting a market trial in this listening area. If you're trying to lose weight, you are eligible to try Sensa free for 30 days. Call 1-800-557-5440 now to request your free trial. Participation in this free trial does not require any dieting, pills, or change in lifestyle. In fact, we only ask that you continue your current eating habits. Just use clinically proven Sensa, the same weight loss breakthrough you've seen on Extra, Dateline NBC, and America's Newsroom. Results are backed by a 30-day weight loss guarantee. If you want to lose weight, you are eligible to participate in this market trial. For your 30-day free trial, you must call this number now. 1-800-557-5440. That's 1-800-557-5440.
You're listening to the Kelly Truth Squad with William J. Kelly on AM 560 WIND.
Welcome back to the Kelly Truth Squad. I am William Kelly, and wasn't that amazing?
That was an amazing first half. Andrew Breitbart.
Andrew Breitbart is my hero. You know, if it wasn't for him, the video of Jay Levine threatening me would have gotten like 80 views. That would have been it. But instead, a police detective saw that video, and she decided to recommend that we have a date in court. Me and Jay Levine. We're going to be in court November 19th, and then you know what else? She's already. I guess he's probably being served with some kind of a warrant of some kind or another. But anyway, so maybe Snead isn't going to think I'm such a nobody anymore. Yeah. Maybe that is going to make her sit up and pay notice.
In a job where it's your job to get noticed, you are cutting through the noise, my friend.
That's what Big John said.
I remember.
Even though Amy thinks that I'm the rude one, despite the fact that any rational person, any reasonable person, would look at the video and say that the guy who threatened to deck me was the rude one, and that me asking a question was actually a good thing. That's my thought. That's my take on it anyway. But at any rate, here's the bottom line. The bottom line is that the new media is all about activism. And that, I think, is what is driving these establishment Rahm Emanuel media types crazy. Because not only are we going to take this Jay Levine character to court, but we're also going to challenge Rahm Emanuel's petitions on the basis of residency. And if you agree with that, if you want to support us in that, please go to kellytruthsquad.com. Or no, wait, what am I talking about? That's the website where if you want to see the video about...
Right, that's the radio show, the video, the articles, everything.
Exactly. But if you want to make a contribution to help us to challenge Rahm Emanuel's petitions on the basis of residency, please go to friendsofwilliamjkelly.com. And you know what? There's another hero of mine is actually coming to town, Oliver North.
That's right.
And he is Tuesday. Are you kidding me? So I'm going to be in the same
couple days. Oh no, I'm sorry, Monday. No, yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday at 6:30.
So I'm actually going to be sitting in a one of those dining rooms with Oliver North.
Yeah, it's more like a banquet hall, I think.
A banquet hall. And the guest or our next guest is the person who's bringing Oliver North to Chicago, and he's got all the details on how you can be there. David Smith. David, are you with us?
Yes, I am, William. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very, very much for being here. Thank you for everything that you do with the Illinois Family Institute. It's incredibly important work. And thank you for making it possible for me to be in the same banquet room with a hero of mine, Oliver North.
Thank you, William. And I kind of want to give you a tongue-in-cheek thank you to say thanks for letting me following Brett there. You know, how do you follow that up?
You know what? I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. Please do. Give our listeners right now the time and the place of the Oliver North dinner.
Sure. The Illinois Family Institute fundraising banquet and keynote speaker Oliver North will be this Tuesday, October 26th, at the Rosemont Crown Plaza. It's directly across from the Donald E. Stevenson Convention Center, and it's at 6:30. So you can join us. You can go to our website, IllinoisFamily.org, and check out the little Colonel Oliver North picture in the right-hand corner. You click on that, and you will go to our banquet page. You can call us and reserve tickets, or you can fill out the form right there online and purchase a ticket and join us for the night with a couple hundred good conservatives.
Well, you know what, and that's another reason to do it right there, to make some new friends. And like they say, in church on Sunday, turn to the person next to you, because that's a new friend right there that you want to meet and get to know. So here's a question for you. I know that the tickets are very, very limited. So what's the phone number in case somebody wants to just get right to it and call up and reserve their tickets?
Sure. Our phone number is 708-781-9328. Again, that's 708-781-9328, and we'll be happy to take your reservation over the phone.
Okay.
You even got a deal with the hotel, the Crown Plaza, right?
That's right. If people want to stay, they can reserve a room with the Crown Plaza at a special rate and stay the night. Relax. Make a weekend of it.
There you go.
Well, not weekend, actually.
And now I remember, during the Reagan years, the most formative years of my life that set me on a course of how the media went after. They wanted to, basically what they wanted to do was they wanted to hurt Reagan. And they hated the fact that he was standing up to communists, and in Central and South America, the FALN and these various Sandinistas. So what they did was they thought that they had Reagan, that they could take him down the way they took down the other anti-communist president, Richard Nixon, by seizing on this character of Oliver North. But what they didn't realize was that Oliver North was someone who also understood the media game. And he not only did not destroy Reagan, which was the ultimate goal, but they succeeded in turning Reagan and Oliver North into heroes.
That's right.
I can't wait to meet one of my great heroes, Oliver North, and David.
He's fresh. He's coming back right from the field. He was just embedded with our troops overseas, so he's going to have some fresh tales to tell us.
Can't wait. Thank you, David.
Politically incorrect and proud. This is the Kelly Truth Squad. More right after this. The latest traffic every 15 minutes from the CarMD.com Traffic Center.
I'm Ed Smarin taking a look at the roads. Right now, you can expect normal traffic on most of the roads. Outbound Edens looks great. Inbound side is a little tight from Willow to Niles Center after an earlier crash. Lake Cook to Montrose 24, Kennedy outbound 27 to O'Hare. It's a 25-minute trip on the inbound side. Eisenhower outbound looks good, but the inbound side still heavy. Tri-State to Harlem 45, Thorndale to the post office 55, and the Stevenson both look fine. Dan Ryan outbound 18 minutes, 23 inbound. Skyway I-57, Bishop Ford, Elgin O'Hare look good. Just some minor delays on southbound Lakeshore Drive at Chicago Avenue. Nothing northbound. All the tollways look good. 80-94 eastbound Broadway to 65, a little slow. WIND weather tonight. Showers and thunderstorms. Low 58. Currently it's 65. Next update in 15 minutes on AM 560 WIND.
Join TV radio host William J. Kelly for the Kelly Truth Squad's first annual Reagan Day dinner on Sunday, February 6, 2011, with surprise special guests and honorees. Come celebrate with your fellow Reaganites the 100th anniversary of the birth of the only U.S. president born in Illinois, the man who brought down the Berlin Wall, the man who said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall," the man who brought America decades of prosperity and rebirth. If you too love and honor what President Ronald Wilson Reagan truly stood for, mark your calendars for this special event that you'll never forget. Keep watching KellyTruthSquad.com for details and advance ticket information for the Kelly Truth Squad's first annual Reagan Day dinner.
When I've been at that window upstairs, I've thought a bit of the shining city upon a hill. The phrase comes from John Winthrop. What he imagined was important because he was an early pilgrim. He was looking for a home that would be free.
Are you a woman with noticeable brown spots, age spots, liver spots, or uneven tones on your skin? If you answered yes, you're entitled to a free 30-day supply of Dr. Perry's Night Skin. Dr. Arthur Perry is a Harvard-trained plastic surgeon, and his Night Skin cream was made with ingredients that fade the look of ugly brown spots on your face, neck, and hands. Your area has been selected to try a free 30-day supply of Night Skin. This amazing free giveaway is only available while supplies last, so don't wait. Diminish the appearance of brown spots on your face, neck, and hands. To find out how you can try a free 30-day supply of Night Skin for just shipping and handling, call 1-800-764-7498. That's 800-764-7498. This free offer won't last long, so call now. Call 1-800-764-7498. That's 800-764-7498.
Now, back to the Kelly Truth Squad on AM 560 WIND.
Welcome back to the Kelly Truth Squad. I am William Kelly. And my God, this is a show of heroes.
It is.
Show of legend.
That's right.
It's kind of like medieval times in a way.
Dinner and tournament.
Exactly.
I love medieval times.
Except where's the dinner? That's what I want to know. But I know where the dinner is. There's going to be a big dinner with another hero of mine, Lech Walesa.
Wow, talk about heroes. I mean, that guy's legendary. One of the big three.
You know what he did? This can never be said enough, especially since you'll never hear this in the mainstream media. You'll never hear this coming out of Jay Levine's lips. Jay Levine will never say something like this.
Let him finish or I'm going to deck you.
Really?
Whoa, back off, Jay. Take it easy.
But here's the bottom line. Lech Walesa didn't just stand up to a reporter like the Rahm Emanuel mainstream media here in Chicago, like Jay Levine. No, he stood up to the single most genocidal maniac Bolshevik regime in history, a regime that ultimately was responsible for the mass rape and murder of tens of millions of people. Now, I'm not sure that anybody can really comprehend that. Even I think that unless you experienced it, you couldn't possibly comprehend what that means. Okay, and yet you don't really hear that too often in the media. Okay, and that honestly, that's a story that has yet to be told. Okay, but and all the more reason why you have got to go and meet one of the great heroes of history, Lech Walesa. He's coming to town. You have an opportunity to meet him, to shake his hand. Okay, to shake a hand that changed the Eastern Europe, that changed the course of the lives of millions of people who these Bolshevik monsters were trying to destroy their history, their culture, their faith. Okay. And he stood up to them with John Paul II, another hero of mine, and of course Ronald Reagan, and a great guy, Adam Andrzejewski, a former candidate for governor, hopefully a future candidate for high public office in the state of Illinois, is bringing Lech Walesa to Chicago. Adam, are you there?
I sure am. Thanks for having me on your program.
Oh, are you kidding me? Thank you for everything that you do. Here's, just right off the bat, please just tell everybody, because I know tickets are probably flying. How can people get a ticket immediately?
Well, people can buy their tickets online, and you're right, they're selling quick. We're down to the last 100 tickets for the event. There'll be 300 people in the room 8 days from now on Thursday, October 28th at Cathedral Hall at the University Club of Chicago, right at Monroe in Michigan. It's a beautiful room. President Lech Walesa, Bill Brady has already accepted our invitation to speak for 5 minutes. We've got a formal invitation in front of the Governor, Pat Quinn, to also address the room. We can have the seminal political moment of this campaign on the Thursday before the Tuesday election.
Yes.
One of the final moments on the campaign with Walesa, Brady, and Quinn. And people certainly should sign up online at lechreturns.com.
You know what? That's outstanding, and I can't wait. I mean, honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. I met Lech Walesa. I've told this story before, but it's worth repeating. I met him about 20 years ago at the Polish consulate, and he, just seeing that man and face to face is what made me understand that a human being, a single individual, can change the course of history, and that kind of set me on a little bit of a course of my own, and hopefully what's going to happen is people will come and they'll bring their children, they'll bring any friends or maybe neighbors that need to hear this message face to face, and hopefully they will then go out and be set on a course to stand up for their country, which I believe is sliding back towards socialism or worse.
It's interesting. In Illinois, we're the only industrial state that has not come out of the recession. We've yet to have 2 quarters of positive economic growth. That stands in stark contrast to Poland. Poland is the only European country that never even went into recession.
Wow.
So a lot of people here, and obviously Chicago has 1.1 million people of Polish descent, second only to Warsaw in the world, so the largest concentration of people of Polish descent. And a lot of people here in Chicago, in the Chicagoland region, as I hear from room to room as I speak at these events, a lot of people are considering going back to Poland for greater freedom and liberty.
Please.
Rather than Illinois. I mean, there's greater perceived freedom and liberty now in Poland than there is in America and in our state, and we need to reverse that.
Well,
and the president will speak to that. Valenza will speak to that very issue.
Can you believe that in our lifetime that people from Eastern Europe are thinking that they are better off in Eastern Europe than they are in the United States of America, Adam?
Well, in January, when Valenza came in, I hosted him in January when I was on the campaign. He came in and endorsed my campaign for governor.
Yes.
He said exactly that. He said America used to be looked at the beacon, the hope, and America, you may be strong militarily, but you're not strong economically anymore, and you're quote sliding towards socialism. And the audio went to Rush Limbaugh. The video went to Fox News, Sean Hannity, and the Glenn Beck program, and newspapers around the world covered it internationally off the AP wire. So what we're putting together here is a watershed moment in Illinois politics, and it's a historical moment. This is real living history.
It absolutely is, and I guarantee you that there's plenty of history to be made right here in the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and the United States of America. Thank you, Adam, for everything that you do.
Thank you for being on your program, Bill.
We'll be back with more Truth Squad after this.
You're right where you belong. More with the Kelly Truth Squad after this.
What do you do when you have over 22 years experience in the commercial printing industry? You make a radio commercial, and for it, we thought we'd appeal to your senses. So, cute girl talking? Check. Mentioning our low prices? Check. Get you wondering how a printing company can still be thriving in this digital age? Check. Visit us online at sunriseprintinginc.com or call 847-928-1800 to request a quote. Mention this ad to receive 10% off. That's sunriseprintinginc.com. Sunrise Printing, where good impressions are made.
China Doll Guest House offers 8 beautifully kept and furnished vacation rental homes in Chicago's exciting Lincoln Park neighborhood. Enjoy the friendliness and comforts of a bed and breakfast, the spacious accommodations of a private rental apartment, and the service of an established hotel. They also offer a boat for overnight stays or chartered tours along the Lake Michigan shore. Contact them at 866-361-1819 or visit ChinaDollGuesthouse.com. That's 866-361-1819.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit matrixdirect.com.
I just read that over 50 million of us don't have life insurance because we don't think it's important. And I thought, well, at least I'm not alone. But it also said, if you die, your spouse is left alone trying to figure out how to make ends meet, borrowing money, maybe even selling possessions. I never thought of that before.
If you have a family, you probably need life insurance. I'm Brent Langdon for Matrix Direct. We partnered with American General Life to find you their lowest rates on term life insurance products. If you're 40 years old and married, we could find you a $250,000 policy for less than $14 a month. Call now for a free no-obligation quote. 1-800-551-8505.
I'm thinking it's time I got life insurance.
It only takes 5 minutes to see how you could save up to 75%. Call now. 1-800-551-8505. 1-800-551-8505.
You're listening to the Kelly Truth Squad with William J. Kelly on AM 560 WIND.
Welcome back to the Kelly Truth Squad. I am William Kelly. And you know something? It's been quite a week. I really hope that we can resolve this whole issue with Amy Jacobson. She's actually been, in my opinion, saying things that actually put WIND literally in legal jeopardy, saying that somehow I have portrayed myself as an employee of WIND. The truth of the matter is that I would never do that because I work for you, the listener. I work for myself. I work for my own company. Okay, KellyTruthSquad.com. It's my business. Just like, you know, the O'Reilly show or Oprah Winfrey show. Those that you have to understand. You know, Bill O'Reilly, that he owns his own show. I own my own show. I don't work for anybody except the listeners. And so I think Amy, you know, hopefully is going to understand that. She claims that she's such a great reporter. All she has to do is just look at the tape. I've never once said that I know of that I actually worked for WIND. Where can people listen to that podcast? Right there at that Big John and Amy. But here's the deal. We are going to respond not just with legal action. You know, obviously we are bringing Jay Levine to court November 19th. We're going to bring that down, but we're also going to have a situation where
I'm going to deck you.
Really?
Yeah.
But we're also going to respond with our trademark humor. We're going to do Kelly Truth Squad, the musical. It's going to be written and directed by Steve Ruggiero. Steve, who already has one theatrical production under his belt. That's currently up, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Actually, it just closed last Wednesday.
Oh.
It was a great run. 007 all washed up.
Yeah.
Now it's one for the ages.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get this Kelly Truth Squad, the musical, on the... At the Annoyance Theater, the historic Annoyance Theater, one of the great improvisational comedy venues in the city of Chicago. And do you think you could talk to some of your contacts over there, see if we can make that happen?
They'd let us do a show there, absolutely. Why not?
Okay. And if you want to see the first song from Kelly Truth Squad, the musical, you can go to KellyTruthSquad.com and see our song, Defying Jay Levine. And hopefully we'll be able to add to. We'll have many, many, many more musicals to come, many more theatrical productions, many books. You know, there's actually a book deal in the process for us to write a book for the Kelly Truth Squad to actually have our first book published. We have a number of stations that are interested in syndicating the Truth Squad. Of course, I have a production company, so we can certainly produce the Truth Squad television. That's going to be easy. But we can never forget activism. And that's why I'm going to ask every single person to please go to friendsofwilliamjkelly.com, hit that PayPal, because we need to mount a legal challenge to Rahm Emanuel's nominating petitions so that he will never even get on the ballot to run for mayor. Okay? I personally believe that Rahm Emanuel is evil. In fact, I believe that he's pure evil and that there is not a good bone in his body and that he should never become mayor of the city of Chicago, the city that I love. We need to save our city, fight for the soul of the city of Chicago. And you can find out all about that at friendsofwilliamjkelly.com. Of course, KellyTruthSquad.com for all the latest blogs and videos, and join us right back here. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully
we'll have another week.
Hopefully you can join us right back here, because it is never too early to start tainting the jury pool.